Christian groups from Great Britain are calling for a ban on gambling advertising in sports as part of the planned revision of the gambling laws. The current campaign with the title "Stop Betting Ads in Sports" is supported by organizations such as the Church of England, the Evangelical Alliance and the Salvation Army. The Christian Association is particularly critical of the presence of gambling advertisements on football shirts. Already 70% of all Premier League and Championship clubs who advertise a gambling company through shirt advertising and other means or are doing that. On its website, Stop Betting Ads in Sports calls for advertising restrictions. The advertising rules have created loopholes for the sport that allow gambling companies to reach young people and while on replica equipment of children. No gambling sponsor is allowed to be shown on the parents' equipment. Amazingly, shirt sponsorship is not classified as advertising. Therefore, we urge the government to stop all advertising, sponsorship and preferential business relationships by gambling companies in sports, they say. Andy Frost, director of the participating group Share Jesus International and a co-founder of Stop Betting Ads in Sports, criticized the handling of gambling advertising in sports last month. Frost told the news portal Premier Christian News that advertising portrayed gambling as harmless and fun. In fact, it would destroy lives. Legislation must prevent more lives from being lost, he says. The British daily The Guardian had only reported on Wednesday about the impact that gambling advertising had on players which are at risk during the corona pandemic. A person concerned told the newspaper that there were ways to avoid alcohol and drugs during the lockdowns, but advertising from the gambling industry was everywhere. According to the report, gambling companies from Great Britain had promised to stop their advertising on TV and radio during the first corona lockdown, but their promise was not renewed in the subsequent lockdowns. How the bosses of Great Britain's largest gambling providers were able to benefit during the corona pandemic became known this week. British media reported that the bosses of companies such as Bet365, Flutter Entertainment and others had increased their personal wealth by a total of £4.9 billion during the crisis. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel. Auf Wiedersehen.